Hi everyone, we are Words and Wheels and today we'll be discussing some of the car events happening in the UAE. How you doing, Hisham?
Oh, good, good. How are you?
Cool, man. It's been smooth.
Yeah.
How about you, Wasan?
Oh, good.
Awesome.
All right. We've been thinking about the sort of topics we're going to talk about today for a while, actually. There are a lot of events that are going on around the country, and we don't really seem to hear anyone talking about them. There are a couple of examples like the motor shows, the car parades that go on, all the groups, the muscle groups, the exotic car
Yeah,
groups.
given the national day that's taking place in a couple of days from now. So,
Yeah.
would you tell us a little bit about the Liwa Sports Festival that's taking
That's
place?
one that's been flying under the radar for quite some time. It's been going on for 10 years now?
Yeah, 2010.
It happens in the Liwa Desert outside Abu Dhabi, and it's a big meetup with thousands of people attending. They go up. There's the Al Murab Dune, actually.
Yeah, the
And
terrifying dune for those who don't speak Arabic.
Yeah.
Called Murad, yeah.
It's one of the highest dunes in the world. And how high? How
It's
high? is it?
300 meters high, can you believe that?
And it's insane.
It's very steep and it's very intimidating.
Yeah.
I've seen it once actually before
Yeah.
on TV. I haven't personally been there, but
No, seeing it in person is a whole other
What
experience.
is it exactly? It's a race track or
No, it's a sand dune.
it's a sand
Okay.
dune, yeah.
So basically, this
And people get challenged to climb it
with their car.
With their cars.
So they do
It's very
races
steep
and dares,
to the point
basically.
where it's so scary. I mean,
does it have any safety?
No.
That's the thing.
Anything?
It's a dune.
your
it's
car has to
basically-
be safe enough to go up and live.
Exactly.
Okay. So you're just on your own. There's no
Yeah.
police
Yeah.
involved. Nothing.
And the organizers do
monitored.
have safety,
Yeah.
like security teams and that.
It's an official event.
Yeah.
The Liwa Festival. It's an official event.
But outside these events, a lot of guys they show up with their cars and they just basically test each other's courage.
Yeah.
Like I dare you to go drive up
Yeah.
that thing.
I'm sure Rishab would do that.
Hell no.
Definitely. Yeah, he has a 4x4.
I don't.
It's a Charger for now, so
He's
Yeah.
not
let's wait
courage enough.
until he gets
No, I'm not.
Oh.
If you see that, you'll understand.
Cool.
All right, on to other things. There's something that you discovered a while ago.
Yeah, the AUE car show. Apparently, universities now organize car shows.
Wow.
And the American University in the Emirates welcomes more than 5K each year. And this
Wow.
year they're expecting 10,000 visitors. So it's something to look for in Dubai. And I don't know.
Do you think AUD would do something similar?
AD has
Given
some-
the amount of cars we have.
something hidden about
Yeah.
showing off cars. But
Yeah, for those who don't know, we are currently students in AUD and
yeah.
we don't see any possibility of this happening.
Yeah.
But
really cool.
like the AUE is like organizing thing officially, and that's it.
Yeah, the only thing I want to add to this is there hasn't been a lot of promo about these events.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I
haven't
don't know
been
about it,
online and
really.
they didn't reach out on social media, so I think they should really encourage
Yeah,
their presence on
Because
on-
if I was a
on
student
social
there, I would
media.
want to know about this personally.
of course, yeah. Or at least go and check it out and see
Yeah,
what's going
because
on.
if it's all these cars parking
10,000
around,
cars, man.
there should be at least something.
He told me something about the parking lot, which doesn't really
Yeah.
fit that
Because I've
number.
been there. 10,000 cars? Where are they going to fit all of that?
No, I think 10,000 visitors, not cars.
No, 10,000 cars in general.
No, they said 10,000.
Yeah, okay, but if all these visitors come with cars, where are they going to fit them? No, because I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
it. It's just a parking building over there.
Yeah.
With the sandbox.
It's academic.
Yeah, in the academic city,
It
yeah.
has a lot of universities there. But yeah.
Right, on to other news. Let's leave it at that then. This has been going on since 2014, the Gulf Car Festival. So basically, anyone can join if you are a member of an official car group in the UAE.
Mhm.
So personally, I was in the muscle group and we've applied a couple of times. We've
Yeah.
managed to get in. But it's basically a car show for anyone who has a vintage car or a pristine car, and basically anyone who wants to show off their cars, basically.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the muscle group and the
Yeah.
trip to Ras to Jabal Jais.
Jabal Jais.
Yeah.
No, actually, it was Jabal Hafid.
Jabal Hafid.
Yeah.
Al Ain, yeah.
So it was basically like around 50 cars, Camaros, Mustangs,
Yeah.
Hellcats, Dodge, Chargers and Challengers.
How does it feel for you to be driving around the line, with all those people,
It's unreal.
to be going in the whole parade?
Man, we
So-
feel untouchable, basically.
Untouchable,
Imagine
yeah.
like 50 cars, each one with 400
And
plus horsepower.
security measures are quite high over there because
Yeah.
you have the leader and you have the backup vehicle
And
you
they
have
make sure the
guys
whole
in the
line
middle.
stay together
Yeah,
at the same time.
yeah.
and there's always usually talk with the police before that,
Yeah.
beforehand.
So it's
they-
official, it's legit, guys. Don't think just a bunch of people driving on the highway.
So what
No.
do you do? You get your own car or
If you
Yeah,
if
you
own a
gather
muscle
up in
car-
somewhere and then you take off from there,
Yeah.
right? You have a meeting point.
Yeah, it's usually like somewhere in Silicon Oasis or the Outlet Mall because it
Yeah.
has a big parking space. You all meet
Yeah.
there, then you
Yeah.
head off.
That's nice. And are there any women there? Any girls?
I'm
Muscle
sure there
car
are.
lovers.
Barely. Like مثلا out of the 50 people that show up from the Dubai group alone, there's maybe 3 or 4.
Because I was reading
What
an
is this
article.
woman? We need to step up working.
Because I've been reading an article the other day about the growing number of female muscle car drivers in the
Yeah,
UAE, and
yeah,
it's
I
actually
heard that.
growing.
It is.
And
it
they
is.
want to form their own
And
community.
there's
and
the
groups.
Formula One.
Yes,
driver.
yeah. There's
The
a
first
Formula One
Emirati, I think,
Emirati
or
driver,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, so it is.
That's
It is a growing thing,
Yeah.
and I hopefully, like it grows.
Hopefully
even
we'll
more.
have like a, 50-50, 50-50 number of females.
Why do
and-
you care? I think it's good for you that
I
you
care
do.
about gender equality. Yeah, I do. See
But
how
I think
fair I am? Plus we have
men
West
don't
Africans.
prefer women drives next to them. So we still need to struggle with this in the
Yeah,
States.
they need extra training with this.
Okay, I think we deviated a little bit out of the conversation. We're actually talking about the Gulf Car Festival. But
Yeah.
so yeah, it's been going on for 4 years now, and the most expensive and most like out there cars you can ever
Most
imagine.
customizable,
Yeah,
customized
exactly.
vehicles will be there.
And they've been doing this for the last 4 years, and if you don't know about it, I suggest you look for it because it's out of this world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
it is. It is.
Cool.
So on to other news. So
Mm.
you have a boom in the.
What have you been seeing recently apart from the the good old motorheads?
Actually, I haven't been seeing a lot of them.
Oh, Sheikh
Exactly,
Zayed,
yeah, yeah.
What are those?
The Teslas?
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
You're trying to be creative and introducing Tesla.
It's actually
No noise.
nothing. Yeah, it's
Nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Just like a.
Yeah.
It has a very attractive shape.
Yeah,
Also,
it looks good.
So futuristic.
Like, because
Yeah.
a lot of people, when Tesla first started, including like a person like Eric Sixt, he's a chairman and executive of a major car rental company in Germany.
Mhm.
When these cars first showed up, he was saying, this is just a fad basically. The
Yeah.
cars are unreliable, they take too much time to charge, and all
Is
of
it
that.
expensive to charge them?
No,
It's,
like you have
no.
3 charging points for Teslas, for example.
Okay.
But there aren't too many of them. That's the problem.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how much DIWA would charge you to charge your car.
Yeah, and speaking of electric cars, about the UAE government, which
Mhm.
launched an initiative for electric car owners. They can have a free registration.
Yeah.
They don't pay SELIC for a year, and I believe also the parking will be for
So
free.
they're trying to encourage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
to encourage environment
Environmental
and
friendly, yes.
yeah.
And plus, the RTA made a deal with Tesla. Going back to that topic,
Yeah.
around 2 years, Elon Musk came over here for an event,
Yeah.
which I already attended.
Oh, yeah, cool.
He basically launched the first showroom in the UAE,
Mhm.
where he said that they're opening up one in Dubai, and they're going to open up, hopefully, which it already opened in Abu Dhabi. Right after that event, he made a deal with the RTA where they offered them 200 cars as a fleet to test out
Yeah.
for public transportation. So
They offered who?
like they made a deal between Tesla and the RTA to give them 200 Tesla cars, Model S's and
Yeah.
Model X's.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what Tesla did differently compared to the other cars, like the ones from Chevrolet, Nissan, and Renault,
Mm.
mileage.
What about the dealer? If you talk a little bit about the dealer.
The dealer, that's the thing.
Because the Tesla, as I know, they have their own. They represent their own company.
Yeah, they represent themselves. Like they don't have a local dealer
Yeah.
from here,
Yeah.
like the other cars do. So
So
like
it's quite
this,
interesting. Maybe
yeah,
is
But
it
if you
part
want
of
to
the?
get a Tesla, what do you do?
you go to the Tesla
Yeah.
showroom instead of
But
like
the Tesla showroom is operating by
By
the Tesla
Tesla.
company, not by
Yeah,
Dergash
yeah,
or
yeah,
Fotaim.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
to
But
observe.
what it surprises me the most in with the other cars is that they don't know how to make a car that lasts more than 200 kilometers, which is
Yeah.
surprising. I don't know.
Mileage is a big
Yeah.
deal.
And you have Teslas that can go for up to 500 or 600, even though they're crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Like you have to spend $500,000 dirhams on them.
Yeah.
So they have a mileage limit?
Yeah, no, just like the
It's
phone,
like
the battery on the phone.
yeah, fully charged phone can take you, for
just
example,
a
to an AM.
disclaimer, guys. I'm here in this show to ask the stupid questions.
No, it's maybe
cool, that's
maybe provocative questions. Yeah.
So yeah, and they can't get it right for some reason. I don't know why. Like, you're offering these cars that are, okay, obviously cheaper, but why would someone give up their petrol car that runs for 500 kilometers or so and get an electric car that's smaller, there's nothing much going on in the interior, and it can only run for 200 kilometers, and then you need to charge it for like 8 hours?
8 hours.
Yeah.
It still
takes a
doesn't
lot
make
of time.
sense.
Yeah.
So I don't see like the EV market over here or in the world generally like booming unless there's a cheaper and as well alternative for petrol and diesel cars.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally throughout the UAE, Abu Dhabi pulled out from this whole method.
Yeah.
And let's say the speed limit is 100,
Yeah,
you can
fixed
go
now.
120.
Yeah.
So now they just tell you, okay, you can go 120. So there wasn't really a change, but now خلاص in Abu Dhabi, if the speed limit says 120,
Yeah,
you go
there's no
120.
margin.
And
There's
the
no
coolest
margin.
thing about it is because I drive to Abu Dhabi a lot, is some of the roads where they had 120 now they have 140, so you can.
خلاص, they
You can
just
just go
exactly.
140.
They tell you exactly how much you need to go, and there's no leverage, so
Yeah.
no one gets confused.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, because a lot of people don't seem to know that they have this margin here. Like
Yeah.
you're driving on Sheikh Zayed Road and you can go 120, and then you
can see
find
people
still driving 100,
100.
and it
Yeah.
annoys the living hell out of me. Like, get out of the way
I
for
saw
the
a
love of
documentary
God.
saying that the main reason for accident on the road is the people driving too slowly. It makes the other people just trying
Swerve
to
in and
avoid.
out.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yes.
of which, on Abu Dhabi now they have a signage that says actually for the slow drivers, please stay on the right lanes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Please someone's
Wow.
listening.
It actually says that.
About time to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
because
they should teach people
very
in the
dangerous.
schools how to do that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. In driving school, no one told me about this. I learned this on my own.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, you had to figure it out by yourself.
exactly.
Uh,
And it's
anyways.
dangerous. You never know. You go on 40, all of a sudden you see a guy like almost stopping in the middle of the road. So what are you gonna do about
Oh,
that?
here's something you notice a lot on the road: driving under the influence. Like
Yeah,
if you're
sometimes,
driving
yeah.
back from the beach or the desert at 2 or 3 in the morning, and you notice the type of people that are driving around.
Oh, you have to be careful.
It's insane. Like, why would you risk your life and the life of people around you just because you don't want to take a taxi?
Yeah.
It's unreal. Like, at least that they're doing something here to try and stop it, like with the 20,000 dirham fine if you get caught.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
That
And
should
also,
stop
what I've
someone.
noticed here, a lot of concerts going on in Dubai, the police actually would provide taxis.
Yeah, they come up with a
They
whole
have a
queue.
huge
just-
line, yeah,
That's
of
nice.
free taxis for those who really can't really drive
Exactly.
themselves home, so at least
But
they
yeah.
don't cause a mess on the way.
Yeah.
So,
But people still do it for some reason. I don't understand that.
yeah.
Well, here's another one. Window tinting. This is something that people don't really know about.
I wish they can allow us to do 100 or.
You can. Actually, you can.
Yeah.
We can?
If you're a muhajjaba,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, you
Yeah.
can go and fill up a report with the Dubai police, and they'll give you approval
Oh, but
for
you have to
100%.
apply, yeah.
Because the car has to be under your name.
My car is under my name. I'm doing that.
Exactly. Just go to the
That's-
RTA or the
so,
Dubai police, and you can go
do
get
that.
figure it out.
Okay, sneaky lady. Where do you want to take
Wear your
car?
hijab so you can do that.
No, I just look weird.
Yeah.
Here's something a lot of people don't know about in Dubai: driving a noisy car.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it about the whole exhaust?
Yeah, exactly.
thing, or
Like,
is it-
if you have something that's not under regulation, like not coming from the wakala or something like that,
Yeah.
if the police notice that your car's too loud, you can get fined, and it's
Wow.
6 black points for the start.
Wow. Just for the noise.
And 2,000 dirhams. But
Well, I'm happy about that because I hate the noise.
yeah, the thing
Yeah,
is,
same here.
for someone like me, I have my car modified, but it's all done through the proper channels. Like, you go to the dealer, they fill out the reports, you get the RTA.
Right,
I'm
Yeah,
one
the-
of the people that makes noises on the streets.
No, but it's not
Yeah,
really
he
that
used to
high.
be. He used to have a drive a BMW 3 Series. So
It's
noisy.
like, "Ah,
We can't even
that's-"
hear ourselves talk in
Yeah,
the
but
car.
you won't be able to notice it. Like,
Yeah.
if you're sitting inside your house and I'm driving by, you won't notice it.
Ah, okay.
No, that's the legal. These are the legal limits that all the dealers have to go with. So if you want to get something louder, you have to go to an outside shop and they do it themselves, and that's not
Yeah.
exactly legal. Especially these days, the RTA, they started the new regulation where you have to get pre-approval for all the modifications you need to do and get the approval and the license for it.
Yeah.
And then you go get it modified.
I love how everything is almost regulated. Everything
Yeah.
has to be through the government. Apply for something and do whatever you want if
Yeah.
you're allowed to, obviously.
If it's legal, there's a way to do it,
It's
basically.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, here's another thing that honestly it pisses the living hell out of me. The whole incident where, like, let's say there's an accident on the side of the road and people just stop to look.
Yeah.
There is a fine for that. I hope there is.
1,000
There is
dirhams.
1,000
I
dirhams and
think
6
they
black
should.
points.
They should make it 5,000.
They should make it 20.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
What's
And
the
2
next
days-
personal issue with those guys?
And 2 days in prison as well.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little bit much, but still, yeah, I agree. Like, someone has a flat tire on the side of the road. What is there to see? Just keep
Yeah.
driving. You're causing a whole traffic jam
Actually,
behind you.
speaking of which, in the
Exactly.
UK, when there's an accident in the UK, they
Yeah.
block with cardboard some kind
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
material.
But
They
there's nothing
block
here to
the
see.
scene completely. You can't see anything. So
Wow.
no one can stop. You don't have no right to stop and look. So I think they should probably do this here.
Humans are
They should, they
so
should.
genius.
They'd be like sneaking out their
Everything.
windows. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know.
And
Someone needs to
driving,
do something about
driving
this.
passengers commercially without a license.
Yeah, like pretending
Didn't
to
you
be a
guys
taxi.
notice
basically.
in the airports when you go to the airport?
Sometimes.
Saying that there's a signage that says don't take
Unlicensed.
shady or unlicensed vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a fine of 30,000 dirhams.
3,000 actually.
Actually 30.
30?
Yeah. And
So
the-
it goes up to 30.
Yeah, up to 30,000
Wow.
from the airport. Yeah,
Oh my
if you
god.
get caught. So it's
And there's
serious.
a fine of 24 black points. So if
Mm.
you get that, your license is revoked.
Basically, yeah. You can no longer drive.
That's why,
Of course.
why would someone do that?
I think people just they consider this a job or something.
Yeah,
Career.
Yeah, it's like
Shady
something on the
career.
side. You know, what's is not working.
Sign up
Yeah,
with
let's
the-
go
Yeah, I
pick
was
up some
trying, I
girls,
was just
yo.
thinking about
Get a
it.
job with the RTA or Uber, يعني.
Too bad. it's illegal.
Yeah,
Like all of these, a lot of these just don't make sense to me whatsoever.
yeah.
One thing that honestly people should avoid because common sense, driving without the insurance being valid.
Yeah.
Like okay, the years passed and you need to go renew it. Just go renew it. Why do you drive
I
around
guess
while
some
it's
people have
expired?
some conditions. Okay, I understand the difficulties in life, but
No,
I
you know,
don't think you should drive.
It can be done online now.
Yeah.
You don't even need to go to the RTA unless you
Yeah.
need to go get the car
It's very
inspected.
convenient here, actually.
But-
But I
We've been
think
spoiled
because
in the UAE.
renewing your license is linked to paying the fines. So sometimes
No.
people don't want to pay
Exactly.
the
Yeah,
fine.
that could be something.
The funny thing is,
But
once
you can renew your insurance without doing the whole RTA thing. You can still get the
Really?
paper saying, "Khas, okay, you have your insurance renewed for a whole other year."
Yeah, speaking,
Why don't you do
speaking
that?
of fines, once I went to renew my Milkia, my insurance, and there was an Indian lady, very gentle old lady, who went to renew her insurance. And the guy told her that you have 25,000 worth of fines you have to pay off.
What?
Oh my god.
And her car, and she told her that her car wouldn't even sell for 10,000 dirhams. And, she was completely shocked. She started crying, she didn't know what to do.
What did she do?
25,000 dirhams.
What was she doing?
I have no idea.
Maybe she was driving past Radar every day and did
Driving
not
200?
know.
How would an old lady like her be driving above 120?
Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't have to be a radar or like highway.
Maybe
Well, it could be
it's
parking in
just
Sadek.
She parked in every single illegal parking in the UAE, maybe. Or
No, it's like this internally roads that like
Yeah, the small roads inside the cities.
doesn't have a high speed limit.
the service roads.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if it's the speed limit is 40, she could be going 100 and she doesn't notice.
Poor girl, poor woman.
Honestly.
she was having a hard
But apparently
time.
these things happen a lot. Like
Yeah.
I hear some crazy numbers, like 400,000
Yeah,
dirhams,
yeah,
300,000
yeah.
dirhams.
I heard someone's wife wanted to revenge from her husband.
Oh,
and
she went
she
full
took-
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She went full on Hamilton on the UAE.
On the roads.
And she got him like I don't know 200,000 fines.
But speaking of what you heard about the British guy a couple of months ago, he rented the Lamborghini. Was it the Lamborghini or Ferrari? I can't remember. He rented the car, then he drove around, broke a couple of speed limits. He got a sorry.
So he got
He got a lot of fines out of it, and he decided to keep the car in the hotel and not return the car so he doesn't pay the fines.
wow.
So there was a standoff between him, the car rental agency, because both of them don't want to pay the fines, and he stayed hiding in his hotel until they sorted it out
He
through
took
the embassy.
refuge.
Yeah.
No way.
The embassy
They
had to
get
step in and
intervene.
exactly, like telling him you have to pay the
Wow.
fines. It's on you.
Wow.
It was insane. Like,
Why? Just
Watch
why
out,
would someone
guys.
do that?
follow the rules, يا جماعة.
It's not that hard. Well, okay. On a much lighter note, the UAE parade.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
happens every December, every year, in
Yeah.
celebration of the National Day. Apparently, the police over the years have been getting more strict, and I agree with that because things have been getting a little out of hand sometimes during these parades. And, a lot of people they get out in their cars and they want to go celebrate this day, But sometimes they just tend to ignore the traffic laws, or people just walking down the street and throwing silly string all around.
Yeah.
People just speeding sometimes, or
Climbing on top of cars outside the vehicles.
yeah, constantly honking. So
yeah.
the police have been getting stricter with that.
And drifting in the middle of the streets, that's very dangerous. It can endanger other people as well, also passengers and pedestrians alike. So.
Exactly. Sometimes they don't think that's a bad thing because they're doing it in the middle of nowhere, but the law's the law. You have to abide by that.
So can you walk us through some of the laws there?
Well, okay. For one, the vehicle should not transport more people than. Okay, so let's say the car only can fit 5 people.
Yeah.
You can't have 10 inside.
In each other's laps.
Yeah.
I've seen them a lot. Yeah.
It happens a lot. Don't hang out through the sunroof.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people
I did
do
it
that
once.
for some
Did it
reason.
once. Did it once.
And you shouldn't tint or darken the windshield basically, because you need to see what's coming out of the
Should be
car.
recognizable as well.
Exactly. And you can only put a flag up in the back of the car. You can't just put half
okay.
out of the windows.
I've
Just
seen once.
from-
Actually, I've seen a pickup truck once. It was completely decorated with flags all around it. I have no clue how the driver could see in front of him. There's just flags
Yeah.
all over.
Well, that's a little overboard.
He follows his intention.
Wow, it's like,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Well, another one, don't change the color of the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people do that. They just put a whole sticker all over the car.
They're removable. Even though they're removable, but guys, be careful because this can be a serious offense. You
Exactly.
can get fined for that. So yeah, watch out.
Like you can put a small sticker in and around the car, but you can't just put a whole thing that covers the entire car.
Yeah.
So that's the whole.
I don't know why they're banning the foam sprays though.
Because
right?
it creates a mess.
It's interesting.
Constantly, I've been like when I'm driving through Jumeirah Road or any
Yeah.
of those areas, people just pop out of the sidewalk and cover my car.
I actually
with-
once
with
got
foam.
sprayed in my face with
Yeah.
foam spray. I swear.
Imagine if you're
The guy, he got his hand through my window. Like, shh,
Yeah.
there you go, party's
That
on.
can be dangerous. You can't see what's going on in front
Yeah,
of
some
you.
people might have allergies or something
Yeah,
like
it could
that.
damage your sight. A lot of things
That's
can
true,
happen.
yeah.
It could be dangerous.
So no foam
It's all
sprays.
chemicals.
Well, here's a couple of others. You're not supposed to cover your license plates.
Oh yeah, of course.
No.
That's
Yeah.
You can't park in the service road. Some people do that for some reason.
yeah.
Don't modify your car just for that day. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people modify the exhaust to make it sound louder or go faster, just to celebrate that day for some reason. There's a couple of rules and regulations you have to follow for these parades,
Oh,
just to
yeah.
make sure that there's no chaos on the roads.
Of course. Yeah.
And you don't want any more fines in your
I don't have a additional fines, guys.
And hopefully you'll get to see more Teslas during these parades, come on. But
How would the Teslas, participate in the parade, anyways?
I don't know, honestly.
Whistling
Maybe they have to
noises.
modify the exhaust at the same time.
Or probably play some noise out of the speakers or
Yeah,
something.
they actually do that. They have programs where you can install
Yeah, the
it and
F1
mimic.
electric.
Yeah, you can
F1
mimic the
cars.
sound of any car you want.
So that's good. That's good. That's safe. I think it's not that terrible
Yeah.
of an idea. Yeah.
Well, and I guess that's it. This is it for our first episode. If you want, you can like, share, and subscribe. We'll be going over on iTunes and Anghami soon.
Yes.
Also on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
So check us out.
Thank you guys for watching and have a good day.
Thank you guys.
Bye.